On the medical supply chain, Minister Mkhize, who is not with us today, has done great work over the last few days in putting the Department of Health and the public sector together. We're creating a common database where we can see the stocks of key medical supplies that will be needed over this period, and to ensure that where there are critical areas, that we ramp up production. On export controls, we have to ensure that there are adequate supply of key pharmaceutical and medical supplies so that we can prevent and treat those who are ill during this next period. To ensure that we are able to meet the demands of our people, I have today signed off on a set of regulations which will control the export of key goods, including things like face masks, hand sanitizer, and critical medications. It's not an export ban, but we will be controlling the level of exports to ensure that we have a sufficient supply within our borders, and companies wishing to export these items must submit applications to the International Trade Administration Commission, who will then consult with the relevant government departments before issuing permits for export. We've also worked with the Department of Tourism and the Department of Health to enable hotels to make their facilities available for quarantine sites, and we've signed off on a set of exemptions to the Competition Act to enable coordination between hotels and government departments, both on quantities of beds that will be made available and pricing of these beds. Finally, on excessive pricing, we have seen examples of people seeking to exploit the high demand for certain goods by hiking their prices. The Competition Commission and the Consumer Commission have received just over 500 complaints of excessive pricing or unjustified price increases. These are now being acted on, and the full might of the law will be used against companies concerned. We will not hesitate to charge people criminally under the legislation, and they will be put in jail if they are found guilty. Companies will be given fines that may put many of those businesses in closure. They will basically have to close their business because it is necessary for us to protect South Africans from not being exploited in this period. So we make a call on every supplier of goods in this period: don't hike up your prices, don't charge excessive prices. We're in this crisis together, and we have to manage this crisis till we get to the other end. And so it cannot be business as usual, and it certainly can't be a situation where some will seek to score advantage at the expense of our people.